Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to my Everything Wrong with X Rank series. In today's video, we will be looking at some champs. Now, because we're getting into champ, I'm going to go ahead and break up all of the champion rank into 3 different parts. Because as much as I would like to cover champ all in one video, I don't think it's really possible. And that's just because in champ, champion 1, champion 2, and champion 3 are all so far away from each other skill-wise that I think they all deserve their own video. So once again, I'm going to break up champion, the whole champ rank, into 3 different sections. So it's going to be champ 1, champ 2, and champ 3. And then once I'm done with all those, we can move into grand champ. My goal here with this series is to make everyone feel included. I feel like if I were to leave out the champ ranks or any of the champ ranks, if I only covered like champ 2 but not champ 1, or only champ 1 but not champ 3, I feel like people would not be happy with that. Anyways, that's enough of me rambling. You know, like I said, champ, we're going to do a little 3-part series, and hopefully I can include all you guys, all the champ ranks, and, you know, make everyone feel appreciated. Alright, let's go ahead and let's look at this champ 1 game. Alright, we are in our champ 1 game, so let's see how they do. Alright, we're gonna let him do kickoff, see what happens. Soapy, he's gonna cheat up. Let's go. Finally, someone's taking my advice. Here we go. Anyways, so point is, he cheats up. That's super nice, right? Like I was talking about before with kickoff strategies, especially in 2s, it is really nice, you know, if you can trust your teammate on the kickoff, and I'd really hope that you could trust them at this point, that your teammate can, you know, do a mostly successful kickoff here, and that cheating up will benefit you for the most part. So I just want to thank Soapy here for cheating up. There you go, perfectly good. There you go, that's a good cheat right there. And then when the play plays out, you know, he can just go right on it. Look, he can just go right on the ball, right? You just go right to it. So anyways, like I was saying, when you cheat up like that, you know, you can get like some instant pressure, and again, like I said, because you're in the middle of the field, pretty much, you know, it doesn't really matter where the ball plays out. You'll pretty much be ready for it. Like I said, he cheats up, he's ready for it, and then he can just get right on the ball. You know, he's ready to go. He can do whatever he wants with it. In fact, it's a nice pass. Now, for the actual kickoff, I just want to see kind of what they're doing. So let's see what Hirozoku does. Okay, he does like a cheeky, like quarter flip kind of thing. You know, little corner flip. That's nice. Looks good. And then water cool up. I don't think he does that so much, but I think he does instead. He just does a drive kickoff. It works. Like I told you guys before, drive kickoffs can work at a lot of ranks. So if we look at water cool up, he does a drive kickoff. Super nice. It's clean. It works. I like it. So I just want to make note here, guys. Like these 2 players use 2 very different types of kickoffs. Hirozoko, like I said, using a diagonal kickoff like that. But water cool up also just, I mean, he didn't do the same thing, but he just did a basic drive kickoff, you know? And I mean, honestly, is one better than the other? Not necessarily. Obviously, as you can see with water cool, he didn't have to do anything too fancy, did a basic drive kickoff, and he gets a nice 50. So the whole point of kickoff, guys, is your kickoff doesn't have to be fancy smancy. It just needs to be good, and all you need to really, that's important, is the 50. As long as the 50 goes well, that's all you can really ask for. So that's not to say that Hirozoko's kickoff was bad. It was decent. It was good. He had pretty good form there. You know, again, it's all fine and dandy. Just as long as you guys are getting a decent 50, that's all you can really ask for. I think my point here is I see a lot of people try and do speed flips when they're clearly not mechanically capable enough to do so, or don't have the practice. So here, obviously, a lot of people think, oh, you know, I'm in champ, I got a speed flip, right? No, you don't need to speed flip. Don't lie to yourself. If you don't know how to speed flip, then don't do it. You know, either don't try it, try a different technique, try it, like I said, either one of these techniques, a little diagonal kickoff, where you turn out to the left and then flip to the right, or even if you just do a drive kickoff like Watercool did, right? Both perfectly fine. You know, the reason that they're better than the speed flip, if you can't do one, is because they're consistent. So again, sure, like the speed flip is meta. The speed flip is better than what they're both doing right now, probably. But even if you're quote unquote speed flipping to the ball every time, and you lose every kickoff that you go for, that's not better than these kickoffs. These kickoffs are better than whatever speed flip you're doing, right? Because they're consistent. They get the 50 every time. They work. You know, you're not getting mad dunked every time you go for the ball on kickoff. Anyways, I hope you guys see what I'm trying to get at here with the speed flip thing. If you can't do it, then don't do it in game. Just keep practicing it. If you want to get better at it, that's fine. You know, just don't use it until you're consistent with it. Just don't be surprised if you go into a game and your speed flip isn't practiced down and you try and use it. Don't be surprised when the ball, you know, doesn't go in your favor or you get scored on because of it. All right, moving on. So I want to look at Soapy. Soapy just gets a great freaking pass, bro. Like, look at that. Oh, That was beautiful. Oh my god. So the thing I love about this is he's playing out to a space that's not contested by the opponents. So he plays out, let's see, he pops it out. You see how he hits it directly out in the, like, look, I want you guys to look at this space over here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So you see how there's no players over here? That's you know, that's pretty good use of the ball here, because like I said, if you see the arc of the ball, it's moving directly into this open field where no enemies are contesting. So it's just right in the open field. Like, look, if you guys seriously look at that line, look at that line. Perfect. Perfectly out into that open space. Now, whether he meant to do that or not, doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to explain to you guys kind of why this arc out in the open is really great for your team, because in this case, Hirozoko, again, like I said, it's a great pass. He can most likely jump up for this, and he can shoot it like easily top left over here. But yeah, so if I had a pass in that game, I would definitely be going up for that, because that is just open field. Looking at Hirozoko on his perspective, gets the lob. Like, literally, guys, like, that is just perfect. Like, I don't even know how to tell you that. So unfortunately, he doesn't get it. He just kind of double jumps, and he, like, you know, leans off of it. I don't know why. He just, I mean, either he didn't think he'd get it, or he wasn't ready. I don't know what. But I would just say, like, this is pretty ideal. Like, in the perfect world, Hirozoko, he jumps up for this really amazing pass, right? He jumps up, and then he just gets about here. He should make contact with the ball around this point, and then he can just shoot it bottom left, right here. And the reason why I'm thinking that, guys, is because on the right side, that's where orange is. So pretty much all of orange team is on the right side of the field here. So we look, so he passes it. So you guys see this? So they're both on the right side. He's way back here on the right, and Giznarobi is back here on the right. So the idea here is that if you can shoot it bottom left, you know, because again, they're on the right, and if you shoot it bottom left, that's the furthest away in the net that you can score at. Meaning that if you shoot it into here on the bottom left-ish area, then the chances of you scoring that ball is going to go up by like a lot of percent. Whereas if you were to shoot it to the bottom right around here, then it'd be a little bit easier for them to save, because that's closer to where they're rotating in from. Just to recap, we're going to look. So Soapy, he's going to get a great pass. I would just say, as the play overall, I would say if Hirozoko could go up there again, make that nice redirect, put it down in the bottom left, definitely a goal every time, 100%. Looking back here at Hirozoko, Giznarebi tries to go for some off the wall, doesn't quite get it. And then he's going to end up just hitting it kind of awkward back towards his net. And, you know, I know he didn't probably mean to do that. I'm just saying, my point is that if he could just, you know, look, Giznarebi, he missed the ball. Watch. So Giznarebi, he's your threat. You're watching him, that's fine. Watch your threat. And then when your threat, you know, is no longer a threat, then look at your other options. So if he's gonna miss, and that can kind of give you the green light to say, okay, now I can maybe control the ball a bit more, right? So if you guys look, right, the person who just went, he's on the wall, he can't do anything. And then you look at Watercool, and he's really far away. Like, there's nothing he can do right now that you need to worry about. At least not in these next couple seconds. So this is the perfect opportunity for you to just slow the ball down a little bit. So you're gonna slow down. Don't panic. Don't throw it up for no reason, right? Just take your time, because like I said, Giznarebi, he's already went. You're not gonna have to worry about him, you know. And just take your time. You know, take a little soft touch right about here, and then guess what? You have options. Because Watercool is so far away from you, and you can take a controlled touch here. You can control the touch into here. And then if he challenges you, you can flick it up over him. And if you don't want to flick it, then you can control it, like I said, in the corner. If you're worried he's going to challenge you, or if you see your teammate here, this is my main point here, is your teammate. If he's over to the right, over here, he's a good passing option. You guys see this? So if Hirozoko takes a soft touch and he controls it in his corner, and let's pretend that I'm Soapy, your teammate, and I'm over here, I'm a great passing opportunity, right? You don't have to 1v1 Watercool. You don't have to push the ball into him if you can use me as an option. He might insta-challenge you, but it's easy to get around him and just use your teammate. So again, I'm trying to imagine that I'm Hirozoko and I'm playing the ideal situations. Like I said, control the ball. And then as I'm pushing into Watercool here, and he tries to challenge me or do whatever, I take my time, look over to the right, and let's just pretend that, again, Soapy was over here more. And you look, and you're like, oh, I see a teammate over there. I'm gonna throw it to him. Throw it out to him. He's over here, and then guess what? The field is open. It is an open field. That's an open shot right there in the net. If I look at this from like a top-down view, it would go kind of like this. Giznarebi collects the ball here in the corner. He moves up, gets to about here, realizes there's an opponent right there. He's like, okay, maybe I can use my teammate, and then he throws it down over here, and this is where your teammate is, around here. And then he is just gonna boom it down this way. Like that, see? You guys see why that's useful? Is because both the orange team is on the left side. So orange is left, water cool is on the left side. And if your teammate's on the right, then he can cover this little lane right here. And then this is a shooting lane right here. Again, orange is contesting all the left side, but if Hirozoko can switch the ball and move it to the right, where there's no defenders, right? So right side, there's no orange team, but on left side there is, then it's literally just free. You know, your teammate that you pass to, who, again, like I said, ideally would be, you know, around here, you know, would put it down here and then put it in the bottom right, and then no one can defend that. I'm going to critique Soapy, and I'm going to show you guys how Soapy could be that ideal teammate and be in that ideal position that Hirozoko could pass to. So if Soapy wants to be that reliable teammate that can use this left side of the field to shoot, he needs to do one thing. So first of all, he doesn't rotate back post. He rotates in the middle of the net, which is bad. So that's his first issue, is he needs to go to the back post. Right, so go back into here, pick up a couple pads, cool, get into here, and then once you see Hirozoko get, you know, collect the ball, or Yazarebi mess up, again, like I said, you normally be about here, and then you would see that, okay, he misses, and then you're going to lean yourself to the right. You're going to go here, right, you're going to move to the right a little bit, and then there. This is the ideal spot to be in as your second teammate. Because again, the problem is if you stay back here in the back, and we're maybe in net, then your teammate can't pass to you. If I go back to him, and I pretend I'm on the ground, and I'm looking over, if you're way back here in the net, and I'm looking for you as a passing option, I'm not going to use you if you're way behind me. But if you move yourself a little bit more over here, in the middle, there we go. See, now I see you. I can, like, if I was Hirozoko and I'm dribbling this ball right here, I can see you. You're in my vision, and that's going to make me think, oh, I see my teammate. Maybe I could use him. But like I said, if you're back here in the net and your teammate starts pushing forward like this, right, gets to about here, and he looks over to his right, he's not going to see you. And then when he doesn't see you, he's not going to think about you as an option. This is just a mild psychology type of thing. But if you guys want to get more passes from your teammate, because I know a lot of you who are like, oh, my teammates never pass. Oh, if my teammates just pass, we would win more games. I get that. But at the same time, you have to realize that if you don't put yourself in a position where your teammate can see you, literally see you on the field, then the chances of him thinking, oh, maybe I should pass this, are going to be a lot lower. He's not going to think pass because he doesn't see you. So for this part of the game, I would recommend that Soapy go back post, and then once Hirozoko, you know, starts pushing up, move out here in the mid, about here, and then you become a passing option, which is better in my opinion. And then Hirozoko's case, when the opponent fails and there's no other contesters, control the ball. Take your time, and then, like I said, you know, you can get to about here with the ball, and then look over, see, oh, I see my teammate to the right, pass it over to him, into the open field, and then your teammate gets to about here, sees the ball, gets it, and then just shoots it bottom right. It's free. So if I were blue team, that's how I would have played that whole situation better. But what's going to happen instead is Hirozoko, he's going to throw it up, and then that's, you know, I mean, like I said, Soapy should be back post, like, from where he's at. He's really in a bad position. But despite that, Hirozoko, he's gonna throw it up, he's gonna throw it away, and that's just a perfect pass to Watercool. Watercool goes up for immediately, and you know, he doesn't score here, but he basically set himself a really nice double tap. So just in this one play, you guys, I can see 3 mistakes. I can see Soapy not going back post, that's his mistake. I can see Hirozoko throwing the ball away when there's no contesters. And then the third mistake, well, this isn't really a mistake from Watercool. It's just about consistency. So he goes up, he sees they make a mistake. Actually, both of them are making mistakes, like I said. He goes up, and this is his time to shine. This is his time to punish you guys for making your mistakes. So he goes up, throws on the backboard. I'm just telling you guys, you know, if you're a little bit more consistent, if he practiced these a little bit more, he was going to hit that double tap every single time, and that was a goal. So in essence, blue team royally messed up, and the only reason that they didn't get scored on is because Watercool isn't super consistent at his double taps. But yeah, it should have been a goal for orange. Alright, we're looking back here at Yazarebi. So Soapy, he's going to throw it up, and Yazarebi is going to shadow a little bit, and then he's going to go, but then also Watercool is going to go. So I just want to highlight a couple things here. Number one is the double commit. Obviously, this isn't ideal. In most cases, you guys, you want to only have one person commit at a time, because if you both commit, it's considered a double commit, and then it just makes things more complicated and more difficult than it needs to be. So here, just one of you guys need to go. I would probably advise that Water Cool just keep going the direction he was going, and maybe just let Shazanwich go on it. My main point here is we just want to avoid double commits where we can, because in a lot of cases, double commits are what ends up throwing you off a defense or letting a goal slip in. So pretty much anywhere in your gameplay where you can minimize or reduce double commits, you want to do that. And then my second point, when they double commit here, is after they double commit, Water Cool still has the ball, but he's going to end up throwing it away pretty bad. So if you look here, he lands, turns around, and then his first reaction is just to hit it super hard. Bang. He just gives the ball out. Like, why would you do that? Like, I kind of understand his idea there, or like why he did it, but at the same time, you know, that Shazanwich kid is so far away from you that I don't really justify this. Like, it's just such a toss. Like, Shazanwich can just collect that super easy. Look. Bang. You just give it straight to him. He gets the ball. And you almost get scored on because of it. So I've said this a lot in the other videos as well, but you know, just really paying attention to your opponents, see how close or far away they are. Do they look like they're attacking you? If not, then maybe just take your time, you know, like just really focus on that. Because like I said, if you just panic and you're not paying attention, you're just gonna throw the ball like that, thinking that it's useful, but then just end up giving it back to the team, and then they're just gonna end up, you're gonna get punished for that. You will. So if I were Water here, I would literally just try and throw it into my corner for the most part. Like if I could throw it over here into this corner boost for the most part, that would be a lot better, because even if you throw the ball like kind of hard in that direction, at least you'll be closer to it. Like when you throw it off to the left over there, now Shazanwich is way closer to the ball than you are, so that means he's gonna get there first. But if you were to throw it in the corner, so let's watch again, gets the ball. So if you throw it in your corner, you aim it into here, you're gonna have some momentum going through that into the corner, and the ball is gonna be right there with you. So you still have an option to outplay Shazanwich when you push up there, right? You know, again, throw it up in the corner, and then you get one more hit up and out the wall. But you can't do that when you throw the ball at the opponents. It's a lost ball. You can't control it. So I'm just hoping you guys can kind of see that. If you throw it into an uncontested space closer to his body, like I said here, the corner, then that would work much better than to just throw it out in the open across to his opponent. Like, that's just not ideal. It just so happens to be a theme that when people start to get a little bit low on boost, this is kind of their only reaction, is like, oh, I'm low on boost, then maybe I should just hit it hard. Like, you know what I mean? I'm guilty of it as well. Like, I do it sometimes, you know, when I'm low boost, to be like, oh, I'm low on boost, I just gotta get it out. But again, like I said, with that tip I gave you, just throwing into your own corner, that kind of solves both your problems. You're like, okay, well, I don't want to give it back to them, I don't want to throw it at them, and I'm also low boost. So how do I solve that problem? How do I keep the ball close, and how do I also get more boost? Oh, right, you throw the ball down in the corner, right into that 100 boost right there, and you get to, number one, keep the ball, and number two, you get more boost, and then you can do more, right? And you're not panicking about it. So you get to keep possession, and you get to keep boost, versus using boost, not getting any more boost, and then just giving it back to the opponent. This is just a really small nitpick, but I think if you're gonna push back up into the middle here towards your opponent, I think you should try and go for a bump. Because, like, again, if you're already moving up in that direction and he's just waiting, because Soapy is just waiting for him to mess up, right? So I would just say if you're like already on him and you're gonna go that way anyways, I would just bump him. Like, just bump him out of the way real quick. Boom, bump, and then, you know, Shazanwich has more space to do what he wants. We're moving back here to Shazanwich, so I want you guys to see he's gonna push in the corner here. So again, he was doing good here. He was rotating back post, which is nice. No boost spawn, unfortunately, but that's all right. Pushes in. Now, this is a crucial moment right here. He could very well get a touch on this, and that's fine. But the issue is if you hit it too hard, you're just gonna end up passing it back to Water here, and he can take a shot. So we're gonna look at from Water's POV. So Soapy hits it at him. Water Cool puts it back up. There we go. Now, because Shazanwich gets such a heavy touch, Water Cool, if he's a really good player, and he does try here, you know, he can just take a shot from there, and that could be really dangerous. So that's just something to be a little careful of. So when you get on this wall right here, I need you to identify how much space is there between you and your opponent. Because look, if we look at the situation for what it is, you know, here's Shazanwich, he has full control of the ball here. He's way closer to the ball than Shazanwich, or not Shazanwich, Water Cool is. So that means that if Shazanwich has all the control in the world here to either hit it really hard or not. So ideally, Shazanwich will push up on the ball, but then also see that Water Cool is very far away. Look, I want you guys to look at that distance, super far away. Wow, super far. So that means when you get up to the ball, you know, you don't want to hit it too hard because then you're throwing it away. And then Water Cool can punish you for that. So the idea here is Shazanwich should be trying to take this touch either soft or don't hit it at all. I know it's super tempting when you're coming up in there to the corner with all that speed coming in there that you're like, oh, I gotta hit it, right? You're moving so fast. You're moving, you're moving, you're moving. And then the idea of stopping or even not hitting it at all doesn't even occur to you. But because you continue your momentum and you're not paying attention, you end up hitting it really hard. Look, bang. And then that's just a free open ball, and he could shoot that, put this down, you know, so many bad things could happen because of that. So this is why, again, right here, this is a crucial moment where you need to slow down. Do anything in your power not to hit this like super hard, because like I said, we were looking at water cool. He's just gonna get a free ball, and then that's going to cause a lot of problems. So I think my point here, guys, is that throwing away the ball in the champion ranks or even the grand champ ranks looks a little bit different than diamond, but it's still throwing the ball away. It's just on a smaller scale. Like, sure, you might not be hitting the ball as hard, but you're still getting a heavy touch, and that's still essentially the same thing. You're still essentially giving the ball away. We're moving here to Soapy. So Soapy, he's going to watch out for this touch from water. All right, he's got a little 50. That's fine. That was good. We take that. The point where I would say he makes a small mistake is when he pushes up here with Hero after he pushes it, he uses boost kind of prematurely, and then because he does so, he pushes up here thinking, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna get to that ball first, but then he's like, oh, never mind, no I'm not. So that's gonna leave him with like not very much boost, and then he's gonna end up starting to flip. He's gonna flip. I don't think he flips here again, but you know, he's just super far away from the play now. And then to top it all off, Hirozoko is just gonna completely whiff the ball. And then now this is the big problem. I know I didn't explain his mistake yet, but the way this plays out, Water Cool is just gonna get a free hit. Bang. Over his head. So the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that if he had a little bit of boost, like saved up for later, then this would have been a little bit less awkward. But I'm going to show you guys right now where he's like using boost at the wrong time. Because here's the thing, if you guys don't save your boost for moments that are important, then you're going to end up wasting boost, and then when you need it later, you're going to be like, oh man, if only I had that boost from earlier. So like, I'm going to show you the exact moment where he uses his boost for no reason. Watch. So here, bang. Right there, see? So right now, Soapy has 20 boost, but now he's using it, see? So he's using it, he's got his 20 boost, but now he's burning it. But my question to you is why? Like, why are you burning your boost? Is there a reason? Is there a reason you need the boost right now? Because if there isn't, then you should save it. Because look, he's gonna use 20 boost, which again, I know that doesn't seem like a lot. I know that doesn't seem like a lot of boost, guys, but even just a little bit of boost, 12 or 20, can make a huge difference. So again, I'm watching him, and I'm seeing him burn this boost, just like that, and I'm like, what'd you do with that? The boost didn't do anything. Like, I really want you guys to see my point here. Like, this is your problem. This is why you don't have boost like half the time, is because you use it for no reason. See, look, bang. And all that boost is gone. Like, that's stuff you could use later, but you're just using it for no reason. You're not using it for a challenge. You're not using it to pass your teammate. You're not using it to rotate. You're not using it for jack anything. And then when you, again, like I said, burn it for no reason, you get to this point, and you're like, oh, all right. Man, I really would have went for that if I had some boost. Oh, wait, that's right. You wasted it. So how do you just preserve your boost just even for a few seconds? You could have used it to either push this ball up or rotate or just do something more productive with it. And then you end up going back, and then, you know, you put yourself far away from the ball, and then your teammate whiffs, and then you're like, oh, shit, I still got 0 boost. And then this happens. And, like, that probably could end up in a goal. Like, you see the issue here, guys. Save your boost for when it's important. Don't just burn boost willy-nilly whenever you feel like it. I'm backing up now. I'm on Hirozoko again. Okay, now I'm starting to see why this all went down pretty bad. And that's simply because Hirozoko uses some boost. Doesn't use it either for really the best purposes, but whatever. He gets here, got 0 boost. The ball plays out to him, and then what does he do? This is what I was talking about earlier, guys. When you have no boost, your first reaction or thought is, oh, I'm on the ball. I don't have any boost. I'm just gonna throw it away. Bang, just like that. And that is where everything goes to crap. So I want you guys to look at this. If you are in this situation with not much boost, like Hirozoko is, and you get here, you're like, oh, okay. And then you're on the ball, and you're the only one on it because everyone else just went. You know, I understand. I get it. I get it. I actually get it, bro, that you want, like, you think that he is still there. He's not. And I understand you want to hit it out because maybe your teammate's there. But this, I don't know. I'm just trying to stress to you guys, like, how much of a, like, I guess the throwaway this is, and just it just kind of snowballs things and makes everything worse because you're 0, you hit it straight out to Water Cool, He can do whatever he wants with it. He's gonna beat Soapy to that because you gave it to him. And then, like I said, we've seen how this play develops. They both have 0 boost. Neither of them have possession, and it seriously could have ended horribly. I'm just trying to get my point across that if you can control the ball, just find more opportunities to control the ball. It's probably a better option, because I would have much rather he just slowed down here and just stuck with the ball rather than just hit it away like that, because it really, like I said, it really puts a lot of pressure on your team, gives the opponents, in my opinion, unnecessary possession, and like I said, just makes it worse. I want to move back here to water cool, so he's gonna take their boost, which is fine. Okay, I'm honestly, in my opinion, he's boosting a little too long, because he picks up the boost, but then he like continues to keep boosting after he picks it up. Again, kind of a waste, but you know, I digress. Move on here. He's pushing kind of aggressive into the middle. Like, I don't know if you guys see this, but he's kind of, if I go to the fly view and we look at where he's rotating at, he's kind of rotating straight in the middle of the net. Here's the thing, guys. Once you pass the back post, or any post really, and you end up in the middle like that, you've sold yourself at that point. You were crossing your death ticket right there. So when you guys are getting back on defense, you never ever, in almost any case, want to rotate or push in past that post. You see that post right there? This is an invisible line right here, straight up and down. You never want to go in here in the middle. This is bad. This is no. Watch, I'm going to show you when he messes up. All right, he's rotating and boom. See that? Past the line, past that post right there. So this is where the line starts, is that post, and he's on the other side of it. See that? That's when you know you messed up. So tip here is water cool needs to stay on his side and rotate wider. Wider, not tighter, okay? So wider. Around like this. There we go. Wide. Now you have a lot more vision, and also, in case Hirozoko is a god and he can air dribble like a madman and do whatever he wants, then if you push in too far up into here, Hirozoko could just go up over your head, up and over, and then behind you into here. Now, I know this is most not likely not going to happen because this is Champ 1. They're not that good, but damn, dude, that's not impossible. My point here is, look, you're directly in the middle of the net. He could shoot it up and behind you. That is a possibility, and if that is the case, you're not saving it. So simply because you choose to rotate a little bit too aggressively in the middle, you're putting yourself in a terrible position. So I would have you, again, rotate a lot wider, keep on your side, you're fine where you're at, you know, stay relatively back post, or again, just on this, you know, outskirt. Obviously, okay, with Yesno going up, I wouldn't have him go up that early, but I mean, that's fine. He can cover for you. That's cool. See him go up, you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. He hits it over there. And then guess what you could do? You see that? You're already moving this direction. You just keep going. Keep going, pick up a pad or two, and then guess what? You turn back around. And then guess what? You're back post again. See that? You're back post now, just in case. All right, your back post, you can save it. But because we didn't follow any of those procedures, water cool is in a bad spot. And then when Soapy, or I forget, yeah, Soapy, when he shoots it, guess what? He can shoot it behind you. So I just want to show you guys again, like, look, Soapy, this is his shot, and water cool is just doing little loops in the middle of his net. It's no wonder that he couldn't save that, because he's, you know, again, he's positioned poorly. So I'm really just trying to hammer this home with you guys of how you should approach this, so that water cool, the person who made this mistake here, doesn't make that mistake again, and actually how to fix it and make it so that you come out of that situation on top. So again, rotate wider, don't rotate in the middle gets you screwed. Okay, take your wider out, get to about here, see that your teammate goes up, you're like, all right, cool. And then my point here is Yesno, he hits it to the right. So now that means that if Yesno hits it to the right, that now means where back post has now changed, and so is where the opponents are going to start pushing, because he hits to the right. Now blue team is going to push to that right. In this case, if I move over here, it's to the left. Wherever the ball goes, your opponents go. And again, if we look, so now the ball, if we're looking from this POV, the ball is on the left, meaning that the left post, or this one, this is now front post. Again, like I said, because back post, the way it works is back post is the opposite one. This is front post on the left, the one near side to the ball, and then back post is the one far side from the ball, right here. My point here, if I go back, once I see that Yesno hits it, goes up, hits it, okay, I know that now because he hits it on my side, that now the post that I'm at used to be back post, but now it's front post. So now I need to move up into here, maybe take a couple pads if you have the option, come around and come back in like this. And see, now I'm on the far side post. You know, the post, which one it is for back post, it changes depending on what side the ball's on. So my point here is if water cool was back here in the new back post, and he was quick about it, and he, you know, was, you know, snappy, moved to the position early, then he would have been ready. Look, I'm here. I'm right here. I'm right where I need to be. The ball's playing right out to me, save. You can save it. I just need you guys to understand, like Soapy, he took a shot, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't even that fast either. So the whole reason that these slow rollers are going in your net is simply just because your positioning is bad. Like, we all know that that's not like a terribly hard save in theory. But when you position like the way water cool is, and you're throwing yourself, you know, here and there, not being consistent, you know, going in the middle too early, you know, this is how you end up in this situation. And then guess what? No one's back to defend, and it's just free. So I'm gonna go to Skyview here, guys. Just, you know, again, I really hope that everything that I was saying about it made sense. So we're just gonna watch this again from a higher view. I just want you guys to see like how he kind of gets there, right? He's just gonna, right? He moves up, pushes really in the middle. There we go. And then the ball crosses over. He's like, all right. And then because he doesn't pick a side, he just kind of stays in the middle for the most part. He doesn't really have a side to cross over to save it. Like, it just goes in. Coming back here to Yesno Rebi, so we're gonna watch. Here, Zoko's gonna get a big hit straight to Yesno. He's gonna take a nice controlled touch up the wall. I like that, really good. Now, this is where I would criticize him a little bit, and it's just him hitting it kind of out back to blue. Now, here, I think this is how I play it, is he gets a touch to himself on the wall, really good. If he's worried about Soapy coming in and beating him or dunking him or whatever, that's fine. I don't mind him like reacting in that way, but I would prefer if instead of hitting it out to Hirozoko out in the mid here, I'd much rather he outplay using the left wall. My issue here, like again, is he hits it mid, and that's just a free bang or whatever for Hirozoki. Like, that's just super free. He could definitely, I mean, look at that. He could definitely punish that. Hopefully you guys can see this, but, you know, if he could just, like, if he wants to jump up for that, that's fine. I just would like it and prefer it if he would hit it up and over to the left, up on this wall here or down over here. Because if he were to do that, he would beat his opponent Soapy that, you know, is contesting him here, and he would also get to keep the ball a lot longer because he's hitting it to a wall or just a general area where he is always going to be closer to the ball. So essentially he can keep possession while also getting around an opponent that is attacking them, right? So Soapy is the issue here. Soapy is the main cause for why, you know, Yesno wants to throw this away or even just hit it as hard as he is. And that's, again, fine. He can do that. But there's multiple ways he could outplay Soapy here with this much distance between him and his opponent. So it would just be better if he played it basically to himself. You know, again, throw it to himself, pass it on the wall here, and then it bounces back out to him. Because here's the idea. The idea is that Soapy would, you know, see this. He'd be like, oh, you know, I got you. But then, you know, Yesno's so close to the ball that he could just play it around him. He's already up. Look, he's already up. So if he were to just hit it to the left over here rather than the right out to here, right? See, because the difference is if he hits it to the right over here, here's Zoko. He's right there to collect the ball. But if he hits it to the left, right, over to the left, look, there's no contesters here in the back. So he would get to keep the ball for a little bit longer and be able to keep pressure. Like, do you guys see how he could beat Soapy by throwing it to the left while also simultaneously keeping possession? Again, I'm aware that these are like very small details, but the details add up, you know? Just these little things are like, oh, well, I know I could beat Soapy, but how you beat him. How you beat him is really important. And I'm showing you guys why, because again, like I told you, to the right, it's free for your opponent, but to the left, it's free for you. So you get the same result, but one's just better than the other. The same result being you beat Soapy, and when you beat him, you basically get to choose. If you hit it to yourself, you get to keep the ball, but if you hit it away, you lose the ball, and then here Zoko can capitalize off of that and punish you. Still on Yesno here, I'm just going to show you guys. This is basically just a really super duper unnecessary air dribble. Like, guy. What are you doing? Like, who are you air dribbling it to? Like, why, bro? You're not doing anything, my guy. You're just wasting your boost. Like, I actually don't care what anyone tells me. Like, this is stupid. You're not doing anything. Yeah, guys, we're going for an air dribble. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so scary. Ooh, flip reset. Oh, I'm so good. Like, don't get me wrong. You might look a little cool. You might score a couple of cool points with your homies, but like in reality, you're not doing jack shit. You're doing two things. You are wasting your boost for number one. And for number two, you are quite literally just passing it to blue. You're like, here, blue team, here's the ball. You know, I mean, I know he didn't hit it, but like that's how that ends up every time. He just ends up throwing it to them. Because here, you can flip reset. There you go, flip reset. Even if you were to hit that, Soapy is just sitting here in the back. Look, He'd just be like, oh, okay, thanks for the ball, buddy. Like, that's it. So this is what I would do instead, just to like play this a little bit better, in my opinion. Because here's the thing, no one's contesting you right now. Like, literally no one's contesting you. Here's Zoko, already went. He can't do nothing. And then Soapy's already on his way back. He's not even thinking about challenging that right now. So I would just say, if you're gonna go up, which isn't like awful, then you can just try and play it to the wall, if that makes sense. So you're just gonna come up here, get an aerial, and then just play it to this right wall and just hit it kind of soft so that it doesn't end up like booming way out to here, and then Soapy would just get a free ball. So I would just say just try and take like a soft touch to that right wall, back down to your, like basically any form of just passing it back to yourself at this point would be better than if you were to just do whatever this is. Air dribble, flip reset. Oh, here you go. Here's your free ball. I have no boost now. Uh-oh. Like, I don't know. I really, I know I'm making a lot of jokes here, but, you know, hopefully you guys can see my point. Look, I'm showing you guys. Look, who's contesting you? No one. Literally no one's contesting you. So just try and take it slow and just try and pass it to yourself, whether that be off the wall, back to the ground. I don't care. Just try and keep the ball to yourself in any way you possibly can. Because, again, if you do this, or you hit it out, and you just keep going, and then you do the flip reset thing, and at the end of the day, all this does, even if you get your flip reset or whatever, you just end up flicking it and then throwing it out to blue team. Like, what does that do for you? You're wasting so much boost by doing this. You can be so much more productive. You can use that boost and your possession just way better, you know, if you're just like kind of play a little slower and then play it to yourself. I almost don't even know why I'm even justifying him going up for this. I feel like if he just kind of stood there, like, I don't think anything would happen. He just, God, there's no one there, bro. I could literally just sit on the ground, basically, at this point, and, like, we're just throwing it. You're just air dribbling it to blue. So your 100 boost, which would be great, but is not great because of how you're using it. So your boost is taking an L because you're wasting all your boost. You're like, yep, all right, my only goal in life is to make my boost tank go to 0. And then not only that, you're also trying to throw the ball back to blue. Like, you're throwing possession away and you're wasting your boost. Like, I don't know what you expect. Like, I really want you guys to ask yourself, I'm going to go for an air dribble. Do you have a goal with that air dribble? Is there a purpose behind the air dribble? Does this air dribble accomplish some greater good that is going to help you in any way? If the answer is no, then you probably shouldn't go for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you air dribbling? Like, if you actually can't give me a concrete reason of, like, why you're air dribbling right now, then why are you doing it? Again, the reason I'm hammering this guy is so hard, guys, is because I see people do this all the time. I've seen it before. I'm even guilty of it. They'll see a ball go up, and then they'll just start air dribbling it. I mean, that's cool that you could do that, but, like, where are you going, guy? You're literally air dribbling to their corner. Your air dribble, where's it going? It's going to their corner. Okay, that's cool. All right, if you get it to their corner, what do you win? Nothing, right? You're like, oh yeah, I can hit that corner over there. Like, that's cool. That's not the net, though. That's not the net, bro. Like, do you guys get what I mean? Like, you're air dribbling to nowhere that's significant. You're just like, yep, I'm air dribbling at the corner. Like, you're not doing anything. So I'm done rambling about this, but I'm just trying to say, like, hey, if you're gonna go for a mechanic, especially a mechanic or mechanics that, you know, use all that boost, like, you better make sure that all that boost usage is worth it, because if it's not, like, this is what you're gonna get. A play that's completely useless, puts your teammate in a 2v1, runs all your boost off, I didn't say that already, and gives the ball back to the other team. Like, you're actually throwing. And then guess what happens? So again, looking at Yasnorebi, he finishes his flip reset air dribble thing, whatever he's doing. Okay, gets on the ground, cool. And then he's gonna commit that same cardinal sin that I watched Water do earlier, which is rotate into mid. Watch. So we talked about this before. Goal line's right there, so line is right up and down. Okay, let's just see how quickly he moves past that line. And he's already over it. All right, cool. Same thing I just talked about earlier. That's the line, and that's you passing it, and that's you throwing yourself under the bus. So we've talked about this already, but like, you go wide, wide, over here, down this way, wide. You never want to pass that post. Just trust me on it. You don't want to do that. So you just stay wide. Oh, and by the way, just another small note. Not only are you rotating into mid, but you're probably also missing every boost while you're at it. Like, I don't expect you to go get these 100 boosts necessarily, but there's all these like free pads that you could be taking, but you're also missing all those as well. So you're kind of just, you're basically not paying attention, and you're also throwing your positioning away. So your positioning is going down the drain because you're going completely past back post. You're rotating near post across the whole play, which is trash. Not only that, you're also, like I said, not picking up any boosts. You're missing all of it. You missed. You're still missing. Okay, cool. You picked up one. Maybe 2. No, bro, nah. Do y'all want to know, like, how you actually play this? That, again, you can do the stupid aerial flip reset thing. That's fine. But, like, we can make this work. We can recover from all that dumb shit you did earlier. But this is how you do it. Okay, bang. You come back. You know you're going to go back. All right, we've established this. You're going to take your time. You're going to line up with the pads. So not only are we not going to go past here, we're going to stay on the left side, and now we're going to pick up the pads. Come down here, drive into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back post. Bang. Right there. So please tell me you guys see what the point I'm trying to make here. Number 1, never ever go past goalposts. Never go past that line. If you do so, you're screwing yourself over. And now also, like I said, never pass that. And then when we're going wide, which you should be doing, you should be staying on the wider route over here. But at the same time, you have pads you can pick up. But Yesno he's not even thinking about pads right now. He's just like, oh, I gotta get back. You're failing in the aspect of like, okay, you're rotating, not in a good way. I already told you what the better way was. When you rotate, you should always be trying to look for boost or trying to pick some up. Here, you're just aimlessly flipping. You're not getting any boost. Just like, yep, oh, I got a couple pads that I wasn't looking at. That's nice, you know, but it just doesn't work. Like, I will not be shocked if some point in the future, if you do this again, that you're just gonna get cooked because you're gonna get back there. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm back here. You know, I get down to here. But then when you get down here and you still have 0 boost like you did 10 seconds ago, don't be surprised when you get dunked on. You set yourself up for that. You not only, like, again, you rotating mid isn't the best, but also you not picking up any boost is like completely your fault. So I don't want to hear it when you get back down to this part of the field and be like, oh, I got no boost, bro. What do you mean you got no boost, guy? You just missed like 10 of them. You missed that one, missed that one, missed this one, missed that one. That's your fault, bro. Like that's it, bro. That's final. I'm not gonna argue about it. You just stay to the left. You never go past the middle, and you pick it up. Pick this up, pick that. I can do some math right now. 12, 24, 36, 48, 62. I'm bad at math, but whatever. Like, you could pick up 60 boost and go back post. Like, it's perfect. But no, you just had to come across. You just had to go in the middle. You just had to miss all the boosts. Like, you just had to, didn't you? Okay, I'm moving back here to water, so ball plays out, pops up over, okay. He misses, and then this is just a quick example, right? He's gonna hit it away, bang. See? Completely unnecessary. And then what's gonna happen? You're gonna give Hirozoko a free ball, and then he's gonna punish your teammate. You leave him in a 2v1, or maybe in this case, not only just a 2v1, 1v1, and then you get cooked for it. But that's your fault, bro. That's literally your fault. Like, you just pay attention, guys. Who's contesting you? Oh, that's right, no one. Like, who are you hitting at? Pay attention, guy. Who are you hitting it at? There's literally no one there. You're fighting ghosts. This is the thing you guys need to understand about getting in the higher ranks, is that every mistake you make, the higher you get, the more often these types of things get punished. So if you do this, right, and you hit it away like that, the better your opponents get, the easier and faster they're gonna capitalize on this mistake, like, every time. Like, I understand that it's like really easy to blame your teammates for like everything, but like, you gotta take some responsibility for a thing or two. And this is just one of those things where it's like, that is blatantly your fault. You know, you can play this better. You can play that better every time. You just have to pay a little bit more attention. Play it slower. Stop getting so antsy, because then you hit it really hard because you're not paying attention, and then you just give it to him. And then, you put your teammate in a bad spot. He has to shadow an air dribble, and then, it just goes in because just give it away. I really hope you guys kind of see what I mean. Like, you can see Hirozoko in your camera. Like, you know where he is, so I just don't see, like, why you're hitting it like that, I just feel like you should soften it up because there's no one contesting you. You're gonna win, like, you're gonna win that ball every time. Like, look at the distance. I want you to see the distance here, okay? Okay, this is how far away water is from the ball. Oh, just right. It's just literally right there. But if I were to go to Hero's case, right, and I look, you're so much closer to him, bro. Like, you have advantage. You can use that space that you have in the corner. The corner is pretty safe. If Hirozoko were to challenge you here, that would be stupid. Like, why would he ever challenge you here? You're so much closer to the ball than he is. So again, this is your corner. You're way closer. Your opponent respects the fact that you could easily beat him. He knows that. But since he fakes you out, or whatever he does, he gets you to hit the ball really hard, and then he gets free possession, and then he cooks your teammate. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna move back here to Hirozoko. So, bro, this keeps happening. Like, everyone keeps doing it. They always rotate into the middle of the net. Watch. See? He did it again. I'm gonna show you again from Flyview. Watch. Look, here's Oko, there's a little backflip, whatever, doesn't matter. And then look, he's just gonna rotate in the middle of the net. Watch. See? He just rotates in the middle. He just goes straight in the middle of the net. I'm like, what? Why? You know what I mean? Like, you just need to go back into back posts. You just land. Good. That's good. And then you just sneak a little pocket over here. Bang. You know, little comfy corner over here in the back, and you just be patient. That's it. But he pushes up too close. He rotates in the middle of the net. My bad. Pushes up, and the bounce is awkward. But when you're back here, you can see more of the field, and any bounce that would have been awkward if you're that close to it like he was, you know, wouldn't have been as awkward because you're back here, you can see everything, and then, you know, you're ready to go on it. Again, bro, you guys are rotating in the middle of net. Like, literally just pick a post to sit behind. That's it. You know, that's all you gotta do. But every time you do this, where you rotate directly in the middle of the entire net, you are shooting yourself in the foot. Because here's the thing, guys. If you rotate in the middle of the net, like he does, the only end solution, or not solution, but like the end result of you rotating in the middle of the net is that at some point, you'll be so close to the front post, like here, that at some point, you'll want to move up, if that makes sense. But you might end up moving up at the wrong time. You know, they could get it up and over your head, you know, like that's a possibility. They could get up over here. You know, there's so many things that and ways that they could outplay you, or for a bounce to be awkward. You know, like look, like he literally just whiffs it because he's too close, and then he doesn't read the bounce proper. But this is all avoidable if you were just a little bit further back. Over here, there we go. See? There's really no way he would have missed the bounce at that rate. Like, he would have been fine. But then they get the most free open because of that. Watch. It's super open because, again, the positioning. Look, makes a mistake, right? He's the one back. And then because he fails, because he's the last defender, and he gets out of the play, bro, you see that? It's just open. So there's just some times, guys, when you're playing Rocket League, and especially around these ranks, that you kind of have to be a little rock for your team and just play safe, you know? Because if you play too aggressive and don't position yourself well in these defensive situations, right, you're gonna cook yourself for no reason. Like, you're just gonna put yourself in bad position. Because here's the thing, Soapy's gonna push this. Soapy's gonna push up on the ball, you know, make him do stuff, whatever. And he is just trusting you, you know, to play back for him. You know, I can't find the player now. There he is, right? But he's just trusting you to cover his back. You know, when you rotate mid like that and your front post, the second you mess up, it's open. It's literally just open. Because again, Soapy's gonna go. It's gonna get past him. You know, he's already committed. Look, he's already committed. He's in the air. He's not gonna get back down. So, you know, you need to buy him time and use good positioning to really wait this out. Because if you make a mistake as soon as he does, right? Like if he messes up, so he messes up right there, and then you mess up immediately after he does, what do we get, guys? Look, you're committed. And you're committed. Heck, you're so committed so quickly that neither of you have even touched the ground yet. So it's literally no wonder to me, like, why this went in, bro. It's literally the most open shot in open shots. But literally, it is just about playing that back post and just being super patient, right? Be that rock for your team. Make yourself reliable so that your teammate can do his thing, and then even if it doesn't work out, you're ready. Because the second you fail, you know, you're the last person back, and that's history. It's in the books. It's in. Bang. I'm back on Yesno again. I'm just showing you guys like how often. I don't even think you guys realize how much you throw the ball away, but watch. So here's Zoko. Gets kind of a questionable hit, but you know, ends up playing back to Yesno. Yesno just jumps up. Like, I'm showing you guys a pattern here because it happens all the time. Watch. Quizzing you right now. Who's contesting you? Like, no one. Ha ha ha. Ha, funny joke. Ha, no one's contesting you, funny. Yeah, no. There's no one there. No one. Who, you're fighting ghosts again. You're just throwing it away. Oh, there you go. There you go, blue team. Here it is. Have a free ball. I don't even care. Like, it's not hard, I guess. Like, really, I'm just trying to get my point across. Like, just look at your opponent. It's honestly that's it. Just look at your opponent. Like, that's all there is to it. If he's doing something, then yeah, maybe worry about it. But if he's not, like, you're just hitting it back to him. You know, I'm not gonna like go in here and count every single time that, you know, one of these players, you know, throws the ball away. But I guarantee you, if you went in your own games and you just kind of took a tally, you might be surprised how often you do this. Like, how often that a ball plays kind of straight out to you, you know, then you react too quickly. You just are reacting to things. You're reacting to, oh, the ball popped up. Oh, I gotta go up for it. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you just see it bounce. Whoa, what a, that's a crazy ass bounce, bro. Oh, you know, I gotta do something. You know, just chill out. Like, just pay attention. Like, bro, this is actually crazy. Like, everyone is just doing the same thing. Like, ball plays out and then someone hits it hard, and then, like, if we're really just being honest here, like, let's just look at everyone. Here's Oko. All right, they hit the ball kind of hard. All right, cool. Alright, he pinches it, okay? So again, watching the theme here. So he hits it kind of hard. Because he hits it hard and he doesn't control it, it plays to Yesno. And then Yesno, as soon as he's able to, he just goes up. And then he hits it away. And then as soon as this guy's able to, guess what he does? He jumps up and then he hits it away. Like, do you guys see this shit, bro? Like, I swear y'all are secretly rooting for the other team. Like, I'm just showing you guys, like, what everyone's doing it. Pass. Here's Oko. He goes. That's a pass. Alright. Passes it to Yesno. Alright. Yesno. Yesno passes it to Soapy. Soapy passes it to Watercool. These are all passes. You guys aren't controlling the ball for shit. Oh my god. And then look, watch. Soapy passes it to Watercool. Watercool passes it to Hirazoko. Like, guys, control the ball. Just one of you take time. Control it or something, man. Watercool passes it to Hirazoko. Hirazoko passes it to Yesno. Yesno. Oh, he actually puts that on one net, but like, oh my god, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like y'all have low-key just been passing it to each other all game, just seeing who can, you know, pass it better. Because this literally just keeps happening. I'm just gonna keep showing it, just to, like, really get my point across. Alright, so they go for a 50 or something. That's all cool and dandy. Hero, yeah, passes it, okay. Or throws it, whatever. He kind of hits it out mid. I would have preferred if he hit it more to his corner. Like, if you want to bang that, that's totally fine. Because you are technically trying to just save it, you know, because that could be going in. Okay, if you hit it hard. Like, you can hit it hard, that's fine. Just make sure that if you hit it really hard, that you can still catch up to it before your opponents can. Because the idea with, like, keeping possession, even when you hit the ball kind of hard, is that, you know, you might hit it hard, per se, right? But you're hitting it to a place that you can reach. The idea is you want to be able to pass it to yourself almost, so that even if you throw it kind of hard, you know, you'll get back up there quickly, and then you'll be there way before the opponent is. So that it doesn't technically it doesn't become a throwaway of possession necessarily. Like, again, it's not that, my point isn't that you guys are supposed to hit it, you know, hard, you know, just because, but you can hit it hard. Like I said, you can hit it hard. Just hit it hard somewhere where you can catch it, like in the corner. Bang it in the corner. You know, you throw yourself at the corner and the ball. You know, you throw the ball's momentum and your car's momentum into the corner here. And then you and the ball are kind of traveling at a similar speed, you know, up this wall right here. And then, you know, you get to keep it. Versus where if you hit it really hard, kind of out towards the middle, you know, there's a small chance that if this arc was to move to the left, out here in the middle too far, that, you know, if it arced this way, then it would play right into Soapy, right? And that's what you don't want. So anyways, point that I was getting at here, he hits it kind of hard. He hits it middle-ish. It's like not too middle to where he can still get there first before Soapy can. So if we look at Soapy's POV, you know, again, he hits it hard, but not so hard that he has no chance of beating Soapy to that ball. Soapy can't really get it. So Yesno hasn't lost position. He still has it. He hits it kind of hard. But his momentum's already moving towards the ball, so he's still at a slight advantage here for the next, you know, hit. It goes, bang. But then, like, what is that? So it's a hard, and then because again he's not looking. I don't know if it's about like using your camera, you know, or your right stick or whatever you need to do. But like, look at where your opponents are. Again, I keep saying it. I'm sorry, but like, if you just looked over for a second, you would just see how far away he is. He's so far away. You just hit it. Get a ground roller, and then what is it, a pass now? Like, where you guys might see clears, all I see is passes. This kind of is a pass to himself, which is good, but then this is just a pass to blue team. Like, this right here is probably the only time I could think of in my head of where this guy actually controls the ball for once. You know, like here, watch. See? There we go. That's all you need to do was just see his opponents, you know, assess where they are, and be like, oh wow, I've got all this space. Maybe I'll take it slow and control it a bit more, you know? And that actually looked pretty good. It almost went in. All right, back to Soapy. Again, let's look at another toss. Hits it up. Again, water's like in the air. I mean, he's there, but he's not like, you know, he's not gonna be able to get back down quick enough to do something with it again, you know? So it just kind of ends up being like a throwaway again, because like I'm telling you guys, water goes up, that's fine, but there's no way he's gonna recover off that quick. So, you know, you going off the wall here, the only person that you really need to worry about is Yesno, and he's not even there either. So you just kind of, you know, pops it up, but then your first instinct is to go on the wall, which is not my first pick. I would just kind of stay on the ground a bit. I would just say if you can get a clear or a save from the ground, ground rather than the wall, then that'd be better. I usually don't like to use the wall as my first like pick. I mainly just use the wall if I don't really have a better option. So I would just say here he'd be better off using the ground to save this rather than using the wall. But anyways, he goes up on the wall and then he goes out, and then what can you do with that? You can't do anything with that. It's just a toss again. See, he gets free possession and an air dribble, and then, you know, it's just bad. It's just bad. So just like the general, you know, overall lack of controlling of the ball, and, you know, hitting it out to mid, you know, straight out to these people, like this is the problem, is that you do that, and then, you know, Yesno, you know, he didn't like capitalize off of it, but I'm telling you right now, you give that ball to a Grand Champ or an SSL, they're gonna air dribble it over everyone because you just gave it to them. Like they're always, when they have space like that and you give them the ball like that, they're always gonna pop it up. They're always gonna air dribble it. They're always going to get it over both defenders. You know, that's going to happen every time. It is up to you as the player here to do everything in your power to prevent this. To prevent, you know, hitting the ball in a way that just gives it to the opponents. Up to you to make the choice or to be proactive about the idea of working on this type of thing, so that you don't end up doing this, and then you don't end up selling your team out and letting the orange team or whoever this is cook you because you don't know how to possess the ball or keep it close. We're gonna rotate back to Yesno here again. So I just want to make light of this in this situation. So I like the air dribble he went for. That was fine, like all good and dandy. It's just about how he recovers out of it and how he plays this part. So again, so he goes up. My fault. Like he goes. All right, it doesn't work out. Herzoko gets the hit. That's fine. Really, it's just about getting boost when you come back. Like you can use some boost to come up the wall. That's fine. That's all good and dandy, bro. Like that's all good. It's just when you're coming back, don't just like start, you know, flipping randomly and not looking where you're going, because he's not paying one bit of attention of where he's going. He's not thinking about the direction he's rotating in, like what side he's gonna pick to defend on. He's not thinking about boost. He's not thinking about anything. He's just like, nope, I'm getting back, and that's about it. But I'm just showing you guys, you know, how to elevate you getting back in recoveries, because it's okay. This is a great recovery, by the way. This is super good. You know, he comes down, up and over, up to the net. You know, that's a great recovery. It's just you can make it a little bit better and sweeter if you could recover while also coming back with some boost, right? So I talked about this earlier with him, or some of them, where they would come back, you know, down this direction, but they come down that direction but not get any boost. So that by the time they got to, you know, way down here, they'd still have 0. They would go up the play with 0, like they would come up, do the air dribble, and when their air dribble is done, they'd have 0 boost. And they come down, recover, and then they come back to their own side and not pick up any. And then they still have the same amount of boost that they had when they started the air dribble. But as some of you should know, that's not ideal, right? Like, you don't want to end off a play or an offensive play and then come back to defense with as much boost as you attacked with. That doesn't make sense. So you want to, when you come down from the wall here, or the ceiling, whatever this is, the goal, you need to pick a line, you know, ideally back post, so that'd be more like down this way. But if I were to do it, it would go pad 1, pad 2, pad 3, and then I'd start leaning towards the back post, so it'd be pad 4, pad 5, pad 6, and pad 7. And then guess what? Back post. So once again, when you are recovering from your attack, you're picking a side, preferably the side that has all the free boosts, and also the side that is back post, because the ball is on the right side, then this side's near post, and then this side is back post. So that would mean that when you're coming back, you want to rotate more back post. And like I said already before, boost pad, you know, you can do the math. 12, 24, 36, 48, 64, 72. I'm bad at math, but like it's like 80 boost on the way down here. So we're looking here. He basically does multiple mistakes at once. So he's not looking where he's going, like I said, but at the same time, he's rotating down the middle, right here. See the middle? We don't like the middle. The middle is only good for so long, but at some point, you got to pick a side guy. You got to pick one, preferably over here. And then not only is he rotating back on the middle, he's also giving his opponents a lot of space. So we're gonna look, teammate's gonna go up, he's gonna, he didn't whiff, but he got a bad touch, whatever. And then Yesno's the only defender back. He is literally the only hope that this team has right now of not getting scored on. So in his case, he needs to stay close enough to Hero and shadow him to where he can insta-challenge him at any time. So look, we're gonna watch. He's gonna zoom and zoom and zoom and zoom and zoom. And then the problem now is that him and Yurizoko, there's too much space between them. So we look at Hero and then we look at Yesno. There's way too much space between the two. And so this creates a gap. And then by the time that Yesno gets down here to his side of the net, you know, Hirzoko's got him beat every day, all day. He's just gonna shoot it to the right, bang, far side, and he can't get it. So once again, what Yesno needs to do is he needs to stay really close. He needs to stay around here, and then when Hirazoko catches the ball on his head, as so here, right there, right when he catches it, like this. This is where this is where Yesno would stay close. He'd be about here, and then this is where you would turn and then insta challenge right here, bang. That's the only chance you have. There is no other way. Otherwise, you're screwed. Because then you give him too much space, like we're watching, right? You give him all that space, and then he can just, like, literally your bottom right portion of the goal right here is just free. Like, there's no way you're getting that. So I'm just trying to show you guys his only chance of saving this and kind of what you need to do here. Because again, it might seem, again, his teammate did make a mistake. He did kind of mess up here. Put him in 2v1. I'm just showing you guys a solution to this. Next best thing, you know, when you're put in this situation of how you can, like, try and resolve it. And that's just as, again, stay close to them. And then when they take a dribble like that, find a good time to insta challenge them before they flick so that you can push it down here in the middle, and then this will buy Water a lot of time to get back and help you out. I'm moving back here to Water. So Water, he's coming back. Right, it says Hirazoko. Hirazoko's gonna put a bang down, and honestly, just simply because of the fact that Water rotated prematurely into the middle, you know, that kind of ended up putting him in an awkward spot, and then he wasn't able to get back wide enough to cross it over. And he's gonna end up on goaling. So I would just say Water definitely had the right idea. You know, it's a lot easier to save these if you stay a bit wider. Just stay wide, and then you know, ideally you'd be back here and you would cut last minute. You'd just be like, wait, and then right as it's about to bounce, you would cut in right here. You cut and then throw it across up in the corner here. I just would like to really show you guys, you know, how him rotating more middle, cutting in early, how that kind of messed him up. So look. He's going to cut in a little bit early here, bang. And then he's going to kind of, you know, second guess it a little bit. And then now he's more in line with the ball. Which again, being in line with the ball, you see how him and the ball are like almost directly in line with each other. That's not terrible, you know, but the save would be much easier if he was a bit more offset to the side and then hooked in and then crossed over. You know, that would be a lot simpler. But now, because he's like more in line with the ball than anything else, you know, that's gonna put him in a bad spot and then not give him that hook that he needs to get back over and throw it back across his net. So he's gonna go too late. He's not gonna have enough room to hook, and then he's gonna end up on goaling because of it. So again, it's not terrible. It's not like completely his fault. I'm just trying to show you guys like how, you know, your positioning can make or break you with, you know, some of these saves or whatever's going on. Because again, this is technically not a terribly hard save. It's just about your positioning, making sure that you have enough room, make enough room for the save. Because otherwise, you know, this type of thing happens. All right, that'll be it for today's Champion 1 episode. Hopefully, you guys were able to learn a couple things. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the Champ 2 one. See ya.